Hej allihopa och välkommen till en ny video med en svensk reagerar. Jimmy heter jag, det vet väl de flesta redan. De som inte vet så är det så. Hoppas alla haft en bra helg. Haft soligt och fint förhoppningsvis över hela landet tror jag. Där uppe norr har det varit nästan sommarväder, man kan gå nästan i t-shirt ut. Så det är skönt. Så då blir det promenader då. Idag ska vi kolla på King Frostmares kanal. Vi ska se en video som heter The Scariest Videos You Cannot Watch on Halloween. Så vi får vara glada att det inte är Halloween nu. Det är några månader kvar så det är skönt. I övrigt, ta på täcke, filt, kryp upp i soffan eller täcke, säger jag, sängen. Släck belysning och höj volymen på max. Så rör det väl om bara. Nu kör vi! Sådär, jag hoppas ni är redo. 3 djupa andetag. Kör vi.
Happy Halloween everybody! Are you ready for some scary videos?
Yep.
Make sure to buckle up tonight and let's all be frosty together, shall we? The following video has been shared by a concerned user on Reddit. He's not particularly invested with the world of the paranormal, but found that the following encounter really was strange. He wrote, "Skeptic here. We are lucky enough to have a 1-year-old who sleeps through the night, so when he was up crying for over 2 hours, I knew something was off. After seeing the motion sensors going on and off, we checked the cameras. I don't think we will be sleeping either."
Vart? Oh.
A tall figure walking through the grass. You can see that it doesn't move with the aggressive wind and turns right after the deck. The user also states that the bottom storage portion of the deck is about 6 feet tall and the white cast spans the entire height, so this is pretty weird. What do you think about this? Is it just a strange anomaly on the lens, a bug, or a light perhaps? Or did something manifest while coming out of the baby's room? Who knows?
Oh. American Pickers.
The following is another video which was uploaded by a Reddit user to the paranormal section. He found something really odd unfolding in one of the latest episodes of the show American Pickers. He states, "I noticed something really odd in season 22, episode 12. The team is scavenging through an unused building and there appears to be a figure which you can barely see in the original episode. It's much clearer on my phone recording though. It looks like a ghost walking on the right side of the screen, and I can confidently say that it was not a team member."
Get to the top of the stairs. Holy cow.
Oh.
It does look a bit strange, and I couldn't fully say what exactly it is. Can you? If it wasn't a member of the team, as Ronan states, was it a ghost? I mean, it is quite weird that this person is appearing out of the pitch darkness, wouldn't you say?
Oh, weird. Så nästan ut som man tänker sig en väktare eller någonting, vit skjorta.
Let me hear what you think.
Haunted Hotel.
Now we're taking a look at the first investigation of investigator Paranormal Popcorn, who was exploring the haunted Padre Hotel in Bakersfield, California this night. Multiple workers have reported that room 704, which is the room they are staying in, has lots of negative energy in it. So the team walks through the room first to see if their devices would pick up anything.
The REM pod is going off. It's going off like crazy. Holy. Look, there's no electrical interference. So when me and Chris first arrived here, we set the REM pod, right, on that table, and it didn't go off at all during the day. Something's going off now.
Maybe a sign that there was more to come? so the team decides to place a music box next to the REM pot to see if this could perhaps prove that there was something in the room with them. Apparently it can be triggered by magnetic energy.
That is crazy.
Here.
We need to do a sweep here. Or EMF sweep. We need to do an EMF sweep right here. Look, music box is going off.
Okay.
What the hell? Don't take this out. Oh, I gotta take some pictures.
Besides this really unusual play, the camera also captures a nightmarish sound.
Dude, the music box is going off.
At this moment, we captured
what
something
the
very sinister. Right
Holy
after I said the music box is going
Shish.
off. We believe it sounds like an angry demonic hissing. You can
No
hear the
shit,
tone of
Charlie.
it hissing being louder than my voice.
Oh.
Did they just capture demonic hissing? How creepy.
Oh,
Was it one of the
reason.
former residents who found his end on the 7th floor? Feel free to enjoy the whole investigation on Popcorn's channel.
Jesus. Woman on the tape.
This is another really intriguing recording. It was apparently shared by a family member of the Dark Dimension. Security guards noticed something really odd transpiring right in front of the building they were surveilling. The figure of a woman seems to have made it onto the property, and nobody knew who she was or where she came from.
Vad kollar vi efter? Där! Oh! Okay.
And she disappeared as mysteriously as she appeared. They had never seen such an event transpiring there. So, some say that this probably was a ghost lady who manifested and who we can see walking through the picture here.
What the fuck?
Or was it just a confused lady in her nightgown that snuck onto the property without security noticing what was going on?
För att vara ärlig så kan det ju faktiskt vara en glitch bara i kamera. Det har vi sett tidigare. Och fått det bekräftat också. För hon ser ju också gravid ut. Och rör sig liksom helt som en vanlig människa. Annars brukar det ha lite statiska rycke. It's skum.
Going on. In the end, we can all just speculate.
Jag får se om ska komma fram igen. Dressed up.
The following is a recording that was shared by the profile of Vickers Hill Armac. A person in a car noticed that a strange person in some very antique-looking clothing was walking on the left side of the street. The channel simply wrote, "Is this a ghost on Vickers Hill Armac?" This was the moment a shadowy figure in what appeared to be Georgian attire was spotted walking across the road before disappearing into the grounds of St. Patrick's Church of Ireland Cathedral. This material was even used on a news show on BBC Two. Some people, however, are not sure at what we are looking at here. Was it a ghost? Yes, say some. Others are sure that this was just a dressed-up person who was attending a local conference, perhaps. And they also state that there is an entrance on the right side that we cannot see from this angle.
Jag tror ju att det är en trappa upp här faktiskt. Att det här är bara någon sån här högtidsgrej som de har. Där någon är utklädd till några gamla kläder sådär. Jag tror att det är så. Men å andra sidan, man vet ju aldrig. Jag är lite skeptisk om och sånt.
Which would explain why this person just disappears into the wall. What do you think? A ghostly figure? Or just an unfortunate recording?
Det går ju nästan som att han har skitit på sig där i början. Lite weird. visitor.
The next video was shared by a couple of parents who noticed that something quite mysterious was captured on the recording of their baby camera. They didn't notice it at first, but at some point were basically forced to acknowledge that something wasn't quite normal. A strange white object appeared right next to the crib in which their little toddler was sleeping.
Nej. Okay.
They thought it might have been a bug at first, but in the end weren't quite sure if maybe something else was going on here. Does it look like a bug to you?
Nej. Ser ut som IT.
The father said that it might have been one of the deceased grandparents who was visiting the kid, and maybe leaning into the picture and looking at the grandkid. Is this possible?
Det är lite weird.
Or was it something different?
Jag tror inte att det är en QC eller hunting.
The following is a recording that was shared by a man who started documenting some really unusual activity in his new house. He had just moved in recently, and ever since had trouble sleeping at night. Seeing shadows and weird apparitions was nothing new for him. That's why he started recording these incidents now.
Vet inte, men jag tycker jag känner igen det.
The tone of his voice clearly indicates that he was freaked out a little bit.
Just det. Åh.
What the
Besides this item being moved up there, however, there was something even more terrifying.
Inte vet jag om jag skulle skratta om något sånt här händer när man ligger i sängen. Om du ligger i sängen och tittar på TV till exempel, och så är det Åse som rör sig, så skulle du skratta? Tror inte. Det här är sett förresten förut, tror jag. Känner igen det. Oh fucking hell! Där, what the fuck? Vad spännande.
A shadow apparition that was standing in one of the other rooms, and he didn't see it. That makes this even more creepy. Was it maybe the reason for all this ghostly activity? Or was it just visiting him that night? Certainly really terrifying if you think about it. If the man moved houses after this is unknown.
Det var inte där tidigare, så att det... gee.
Time to follow one of our favorite investigators, Dark Ghost Paranormal, to one of his prior locations where he was attacked by a poltergeist. This being apparently had thrown a knife at him at some point of the investigation. He calls it the House of the Demon, and tells us about the former owners that heard screams and moaning in there for many years. After setting up his equipment and starting the investigation, it doesn't take long until an old telephone that was stored in a piece of luggage became active again.
Fy fan. Okej. Luren ligger liksom på sidan och dessutom. Det där är sjukt.
Strange and unsettling. Later that night, Dark is contacting the demon directly with his spirit box.
Nu ringer han igen. Svara. Mhm. Oh, hell no. Oh. What the fuck? Ja, jag ryser. Okej. Oh. Okay.
And while all of this bone-chilling activity is unfolding, stationary camera 2 can capture the following anomaly.
Okej. Jag sprang därifrån direkt. Inte stanna en sekund till.
Proof of the demon's presence,
Det är nog
perhaps?
elakt.
If you can, please watch the whole investigation on Dark's channel. The following video was shared by Bruce Edwards. He noticed that something pretty creepy was unfolding in a news recording. He captured it off of his TV. He states that there was a report about a fatal scooter accident by Channel Fox News.
Oh, hell no. Hålla in ögonen på den där. Det där är creepy. Det värsta när det är så dålig kvalitet är att man ser ansikten överallt, men fy fan.
He noticed that a creepy figure appeared in the field, right next to the site of the accident. Bruce even goes so far to believe that this could have been one of the black-eyed children. Others say that it might have been the Grim Reaper. Or some form of ghostly or even demonic presence. The area of the accident was not accessible to the public at the time. So, what else could it have been in your opinion? Really unsettling.
Oh.
The following was shared by Laura Hanniken. She and her fiancé also noticed that something quite terrifying was captured in the bedroom of their little baby daughter. It was captured shortly after the two had put the baby to sleep. And it's safe to say that none of the two remained in the baby's room. However, the camera might have proven otherwise. There is a pair of legs walking by, the legs of a ghost perhaps. The couple literally had no idea to whom they could have belonged to, and it freaked them out quite a lot. The young woman...
Ja, det där tror jag är en utav föräldrarna bara. Jag tror inte det där är ett spöke. Det där såg ut som att det skulle vara på pyjamasbyxor eller någonting. Nej, det tror jag är fel.
Someone even comments on this event on their profile.
It never had crossed my mind until I read a comment that said check the attic, and then it hit me like, holy, we have an attic in our closet. So he goes up there and doesn't see anything really out of the ordinary. No signs of, I guess, a squatter really, but he did find an unopened can of food.
So, do you think that we became witness of a really paranormal event here? Or what else was going on? A squatter perhaps? That's even more creepy. Maybe it's a good idea to move this place.
Så där, det var den videon där hörni. Söndagsvideon. Hoppas ni gillar den. Jag tyckte den var bra. Det var scary. Läskig. Sen var man lite puls igen, det är skönt. Då vet man gammgubben lever. Kom ihåg, gilla, dela. Prenumerera på kanalen. Jag vill ha en fortsatt trevlig kväll. Så ses vi på tisdag igen. Ha det gott hörni. Hej!